this thing on? Testing. Just kidding. This is the real deal. What is up, everybody? Anime has been absolutely wonderful. I would say I'm just kidding, but this is actually a video about my trade recap for the day. So, welcome. Good to have you. Today was good. It was kind of mid, actually, because Lucid decided to pause all of my accounts because they are moving 2 of my accounts to live. They paused all of them. I have 3 evals that I'm halfway to passing, and I would have passed today, and I'll prove it because I have other proof. Anyways, here's the P&L for today. As you can see, we passed 2 more accounts on Top Step, and I had to turn off my trade sync because, you know, Top Step, I can copy trade on their platform. So made 1,500 per accounts, made 1,500 on the evals, which I was hoping to do for these evals. But, you know, I know you, like, they just had to pause my accounts. Anyways, good for them, I guess. Let's get into my trade for the day. So this is markets open, and I'm going to be honest, I did not wake up at this time. I woke up at 9:15 in the morning, took a trade 3 minutes later. I left 3 minutes later. That's it. Made this much in 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Immediately, 5-minute manipulation, good little reverse, and then, you know, we smack these equal highs over here, this little hourly gap. Let's mark it out. Let's mark it out. Because I do think we hit it. Yep. And then we respect it. We get a good inverse out of it, except I don't really care because it's a 5-minute that we... Oh, no. It's a 3-minute that we have to inverse. It's a good little manipulation leg. We have a... We're respecting bearish fair value gaps. Disrespecting bullish. And then, you know... We get this nice short, actually. This is a pretty nice short. I'm not going to lie. Target these lows. But anyways, let's continue. We take out these lows. We take out another draw. There is a 15-minute fair value gap down here that we reacted off of. Now, I'm about to wake up. I have awoken. My PC is on at 9:17. Pop some gum. And I am on the market. So, immediately, I go to the 5-minute. I'm like, okay, 5-minute inverse. I don't really care. We are bearish. You know why? Hourly wick. We just tapped it. Guess what? We respected the hourly fair value gap. There's a 5-minute order block right here. There's a 5-minute fair value gap right here that inverse this gap. Guess what? We're retracing to that. So that's a beautiful break even. Especially because of how low it is. Look at that beautiful swing point. This is a good 3-minute breaker block and 1 minute as well. So honestly, this is the type of market structure that I truly love. This is the exact same trade as yesterday, believe it or not. The exact same. So what do? I wait for the inverse. Guess what? I realize, oh, Lucid's paused. So we get to move down. I'm like, shit. Go over to Top Step, immediately set my leader account and follower accounts, and then I just enter right here, super low. Go for around 1,500, so it should be... Yeah. Boop. Right there. That's what it was. This is the trade, and immediately, brother, we hit that 5-minute. We get the retrace. I was like, damn, of course it's going to go up. And then a second later, it kind of teleports down. I literally blinked. And literally 4 minutes of a trade and I was out just like that. Super simple. We hit this again. We hit this hourly wick right here. The rejection block out of the, I mean, we're bearish. I mean, we're at all-time highs, but we are continuing bearish structure. We're respecting bearish. And we have all this to inverse, all of it. If we go to the 15-minute, I didn't see a single thing on the 15-minute. All I saw was a good manipulation leg. We had a break of structure down here. We got a retrace, and we continued bearish. So what does price end up doing? I actually marked out my full trade. My actual trade that I did mark out was this. And, you know, this is just targeting a draw on liquidity. This was smashed as well. Absolutely. And that's about as far as it goes until it retraces and goes all the way down again. So, yeah, that's the trade. Freaking W. My circadian rhythm is screwed. So I'm slowly getting back into waking up at 8. So I'm at 9:15, maybe 9 right now. Give me like a week and I'll be at 8 a.m. comfortably. And we'll start cooking. How much time are we at? 6 minutes. So what am I not noticing that I realize about my trade? Like, it's just super simple. It looks beautiful, but why? How can I explain it to somebody who's never traded before? Let's do a little lesson right now. So we have this 5-minute order block right here. This, beautiful. With this order block, my discretion already knows that it's at OTE. 0.618, that's a very solid reaction off of it. Solid reaction off the body of the order block. Same thing. And we just, it's the wick of the hourly candle that respected the hourly fair value gap. It's just beautiful. I didn't really look at the 4-hour. I was moving too quick. I knew we had to inverse all of this. We need to move down because we did just retrace. And we're not just going to keep going up after consolidating like this. We need some sort of manipulation on the high time frame. So I knew that was going to happen. Everything just kind of played together today. It's mainly discretionary because I don't have to look at that stuff. I kind of know what the market looks like because I'm on it every day. But we go over to the 5-minute. Have this 5-minute order block. Have this hourly. Have the hourly wick right here. And we completely just run off of it. We have this breaker block right here that I don't even use for a trade. I never use breaker blocks for a trade. I use them as like a gut feeling kind of. This is a good breaker block. I knew this was going to be a good breaker block before it became a breaker block because of the way it looked. If that makes sense. So that's really good to watch out for. The reason why it's a good breaker block, one of the reasons why is because this, I'm telling you, this is how it works. This liquidity sweep is a certain amount of ticks past this candle's high to where we created a perfect fair value gap. To be at a certain point, we have to close past. It's like, it may be because of OTE. If we close into OTE and inverse a fair value gap, that could be confirmation that, you know, hey, that's a good breaker block. But, I mean, the inverse is just beautiful because there's a breaker right here that we have momentum going towards. And it's going to be a breaker block. I mean, you can tell, it's possible to tell that it's going to be a breaker block before it's a breaker block. So, entered all the way down here. It retraced to the breaker block or the equilibrium of it, which is, you know, touched. And instantly booms. This I'm not joking with you. This from here to here happened in 3 seconds. I blinked. I really did. I blinked and it happened. And then, my break even was right here, so I was up like $40 the entire trade except for like the first 4 seconds. And it just dumped all the way down past the 5 minute. I was like, just push through. And I know people are saying like we're at all-time highs, we should be bullish, but that's why I was low-key scared to take profit within this wick, because I thought it'd react off the wick. If we were bullish, it would have reacted off the wick and would not have created a lower low. So another thing that I liked is how it didn't create a higher high right here. It didn't sweep this high. I would have, because we made a lower low, we swept this liquidity over here. If we made a higher high here, I would have looked for that 5-minute retrace and the 1 minute. And the I completely lost my train of thought. I would have looked for this 5-minute fair value gap, look for that retrace and get it like a 1 minute inverse to this drawn liquidity. That would have been valid if we swept that high right here. But yeah, there's some more sauce for you. So some more discretionary sauce. I think that's everything. We're at 11 minutes. Ooh. Yeah. Lucid, you better have me live. Okay, I'd like to point out, I was 3 days into getting another payout. So I had 2 days left, and today would have been the 4th. So tomorrow I would have got my payout from Lucid. Tell me why they want to pause it right before I get my payout. They wanted to make sure I was getting another payout before they paused my accounts, is what I'm thinking, right? They paused my account once they realized I was $10,000 in profit on one funded account. They were like, "Oh, this guy's getting too much money. Got to get him out of there." Anyways, did y'all see PB Blake took the exact same trade as me? It was pretty solid, pretty good stuff. He was like 100 points. Even though I'm pretty sure points are, points, yeah, 100 points. And then, yeah, no, he was not lying. 100 points, yeah. Well, we're going to end it there. I'm going to play some Apex Legends, so y'all have a good day. I'm going on a walk, barefoot. Yeah, I'll see y'all later. Peace.